Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, please excuse the congestion. I am very congested actually, and ever since I got back from my trip to Orlando, I have been sick, so bear with me. Today I want to make a video as a beginner's guide and kind of like my experience with HHN to share and help others. I just got back from it. I literally wore the shirt, so I figured I'd wear the shirt again for the video. I got this specifically for HHN. I thought it was really cool. So we're gonna talk about how you absolutely need fast passes. Like, there's no way around it. You need fast passes. Now, it depends. Like, are you staying there for several days? Are you going to HHN event for several days? Or are you only going one night? Because my husband and I, we only went one night and we had fast passes and we had just enough time to get through all 10 houses. We didn't eat any food. We'll get to that. And we were pretty much racing through and did Stay and Scream. And that's how we were able to get through. The lines are crazy, so I highly, highly recommend fast passes. You're already investing in going to HHN, so you might as well invest a little bit more to have a good experience. The fast passes, I think we spent like somewhere between $180 to $230 per person. Still expensive. And that doesn't include your ticket for HHN. So now we're gonna go into the Stay and Scream. Now, Stay and Scream is a unique thing that you can do if you have a day pass to the parks and an HHN pass, separate things. So it gets more and more expensive as time goes on. But anyways, if you have that, I highly recommend to do a Stay and Scream further and deeper into the park, not to watch like the ceremonies, like the entrance, because that's not really gonna get you any farther than normal guests coming into the front gates would. I recommend going all the way by Simpsons Land. That's where we went, and it got us on like 3 different houses before things started getting really busy. So I highly recommend doing Stay and Scream deep into the park. That way you have kind of beat a lot of people and a lot of the crowds, and you've got a couple houses in already. Also, get there early. You will be waiting. I mean, you're gonna be waiting regardless, but I feel like if you get there early, you'll get a good spot and it will be worth it. Prepare, charge your phone, make sure you use the restroom, buy a crepe at the crepe stand right by the Stay and Scream there. Just prepare, okay? Because you're gonna be waiting, but do not procrastinate. They fill quickly, and they will kick you out of the park. You will not be able to do Stay and Scream if you are not there by the certain time. I think it's like 5 o'clock. They close the parks and then there's no option to leave. Then they open again at 6:30, and I think they let us in a little sooner with the Stay and Scream. So just get there early. Also, before you go, make a plan. We did a little bit of research and made a list of like the most important houses to the least important to us on what we really wanted to make sure we saw. And I think that you should make a list like that, and then you should make a list based on a map. So 2 different lists, because sometimes the list isn't going to coincide with what you really want to see versus where you're going to be at. So I think making 2 lists and then kind of like a game plan is going to really help you. You can just put it in your notes in your phone. I do like the checklist on my notes where you can literally just touch it and it checks it off for you. So that way you know you've done it. That is something that I highly recommend doing. Do understand that regardless what day you go, whether you have fast passes or not, the lines are going to be crazy. When we went, it was insane. It was absolutely absurd. I hate waiting in lines because we just aren't that kind of people. Like, we'll always buy fast passes for every park and everything we do because I'm too impatient. But I was like dying inside because it was very long lines. So just prepare for that and prepare for congestion. Clearly I am sick, and I think I got sick from the event because there were just so many people. So yeah, also take your vitamin C before you go. I also recommend wearing extremely comfortable shoes. I saw a lot of different kinds of shoes being worn, but we walked so many steps that night. It was insane, and my feet hurt so bad by the end of the night, and you're gonna walk a lot regardless of what you do. So I think wearing comfortable shoes is very important. And also conserve your steps and take breaks. Rest before you go. Do not overdo it because you're gonna need it. Every single like step counts. I also recommend a fanny pack. I know they're not super like stylish, but I think they're just nice because you're gonna need, like, for every single house you're gonna go to, they're gonna have to scan your pass regardless, and your fast pass if you have the fast passes. So having that in the fanny pack is super easily accessible. It's nice. You can have like your chapstick, your money, your phone, all in one place, and I just think that it's really nice. And then you're hands-free, and you can still go through all of the houses, and you have that fanny pack with you. You can literally just like put it underneath your shirt. Nobody even has to see it. So I had mentioned that we didn't eat at all, and that's because literally every single line for any food was an absurd line that we just weren't gonna wait in. Like, it was just not even feasible. We were like, screw that. There would be lines to order your food, and then a line that you had to wait in to then pick up your food. And it was just like, I mean, it's like you just have to see it to know what we need. Don't go hungry. Like I said, when you go to the Stay and Scream, if that's what you do, I highly recommend like getting something to eat before that. We ended up eating at the Tuk Tuk Market. We stayed at the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, so it was like just a walk back, or we did the water taxi. We ate at the market afterwards. We did not even eat at the event, which was kind of sad because like we did want to try some of those foods, but at the same time it was just like super overpriced for something that just like, I don't know, kind of wasn't worth it. The drink lines though, there were so many drink stations. You can get a drink anywhere. I mean, honestly, it's not, you're not going to wait in long lines for the drinks, and we did have that, but we did not have any food there. I recommend doing the scare zones, kind of like circle back and do them last, and wait for it to be dark out, or at least starting to get dark out, because I feel like it's just like a waste to go through the scare zones during the day. It's not as cool. You don't have as much effects there. The lights aren't on. So I just feel like focus more on the houses in the beginning, let time move on, and then as it gets dark out, then really enjoy and immerse yourself in those scare zones. And the last thing I do want to mention is that there are rides that are open during HHN, and a lot of the times those ride lines are way lower than normal hours because people are usually there for the houses and the food. So you're not really there to ride those rides as much. So I did get right on, for example, the Rip Ride Rocket, and it was super cool to ride that at night. It was lit up. It was awesome. I actually rode front row too, which was even cooler. With the Fast Pass tickets too, by the way, you get into every house one time with a fast pass. You're not gonna probably go in the houses more than once anyways in one night. So that was good enough. And then you also get one fast pass redemption for every ride as well. So it's different, kind of like the fast passes during the park hours, normal hours. It's unlimited fast pass entries for everything versus during HHN. It's just, it works totally differently. I get why it works the way it does at HHN because it's just such a packed event. You cannot constantly give fast passes unlimited entries. You just can't. But that is all I have for you guys. I did make a little list I jotted down. I wanted to share with you on some of the points that I thought about that would be helpful to me if it were my first time or if I was researching going to HHN. So I hope this was helpful to you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and click the bell button to be alerted when I post. I upload a new video every Monday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, stay sassy. Bye guys.